Have you ever been chosen for something great and almost lost everything before it even began? What if the greatest threat to your destiny wasn't your enemy, but your own disobedience? This is the story of the night God confronted Moses. Not before Pharaoh, not at the Red Sea, before the miracles, before the plagues, on a lonely desert road under endless stars. Long ago, in the powerful land of ancient Egypt, a baby was born, and danger was all around him. Egypt stretched along the mighty Nile, a river that gleamed like liquid sunlight. Its waters nourished green fields kissed by the sun, stretching as far as the eye could see. But just beyond, the desert lay endless, harsh, and unforgiving. The sand shimmered during the day, and at night it became cold and silent, hiding secrets beneath its dunes. Above it all, towering pyramids reached for the sky, monuments to Pharaoh's ambition. Golden temples glimmered in the sunlight, reflecting wealth, power, and the glory of a king who considered himself more than a man, more than a god. Pharaoh ruled Egypt with absolute authority. He was obeyed without question, feared without mercy, and worshipped as if he could bend heaven and earth with a word. But not everyone in Egypt lived in splendor. Far from the palaces, the Israelites toiled under the blazing sun. Day after day, they labored, their hands raw from making bricks, their bodies aching from building cities for a king who did not see them as human. Their sweat fed Pharaoh's empire, yet he looked upon them with suspicion and fear. And when he saw their numbers growing, when he felt his power challenged by their strength, he gave a horrifying order. Every Hebrew baby boy must die. A command that filled the land with terror, a decree that threatened the very life of every Israelite family. Among these families, a mother held her newborn son close. Her heart pounded, each beat a prayer, each breath a plea. She looked at the tiny face before her, so innocent, so full of life, and knew that the world outside her arms wanted him dead. She loved him with all her soul, but the danger was real, unstoppable, relentless. She hid him as long as she could, keeping him close, shielding him from the eyes of soldiers and the wrath of Pharaoh. But the days passed and hiding became impossible. The danger pressed closer. There was only one choice left, one desperate hope. With trembling hands, she placed her baby in a small basket, carefully weaving reeds and sealing it as best she could. Her tears fell upon him, a silent prayer on every drop. She set the basket among the reeds of the Nile, letting the water carry him away, and whispered to God for a miracle, a hope that one day he would live. Little did she know, this child, so tiny, so fragile, was destined for greatness. One day, he would grow to challenge a king, to stand against oppression, and to lead a nation out of slavery. His life would change the course of history, and the world would never be the same. Even now, as the Nile flowed past that basket glinting under the sun, the winds whispered of destiny. For in that small, fragile form floated a future filled with courage, faith, and the unstoppable power of God's hand. Pharaoh's daughter walked along the edge of the Nile when a sound stopped her, a baby's cry. Hidden among the reeds, inside a simple basket, she found the child, helpless, trembling, alive. This was no ordinary child. He was a Hebrew, marked for death by her own father's command, but her heart softened. Instead of turning away, she reached down and lifted him from the water. She named him Moses. Drawn out, the boy who was meant to die, now grew up in a palace. He walked marble halls. He learned the wisdom of Egypt. He was trained in leadership, strategy, and the ways of royalty. Servants bowed before him. Teachers instructed him. He had power, privilege, and a future fit for a prince. But deep inside, he never forgot who he truly was. One day, he saw something he could not ignore. An Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Rage burned within him. In one sudden moment, Moses struck the Egyptian down. Silence followed. Then fear. What had he done? The prince of Egypt became a fugitive, and Moses fled into the wilderness, not knowing that this exile was only the beginning of a far greater destiny. Moses ran, far from Egypt, far from the palace, far from the life he once knew. He fled to a distant land called Midian, a quiet wilderness of rocky hills and endless sky. No marble halls, no royal guards, no gold, only wind sweeping across desert sands, and tents scattered near lonely wells. The prince of Egypt had become a stranger in the wilderness. One day, at a well, he saw trouble again. Cruel shepherds driving away defenseless girls. Something inside him refused to stay silent. Once more, Moses stepped forward. He defended them. Courage had followed him into exile. The girls returned home and told their father, a priest of Midian. His name was Jethro. Instead of suspicion, there was welcome. Instead of punishment, there was kindness. Moses stayed. He married Jethro's daughter, Zipporah. And the man who once walked palace corridors now walked dusty hills, guiding sheep beneath the blazing sun. The prince became a shepherd, but the wilderness was not the end of his story. It was preparation. Years passed, in silence. The man who once walked through the golden halls of Egypt now wandered dusty hills beneath a blazing desert sun. Moses was no longer a prince, he was a shepherd. Day after day he led sheep across dry valleys and rocky paths. The wind whispered across the wilderness and the night stretched long beneath endless stars. The desert changed him. It humbled him. It slowed him. It taught him patience. The anger that once drove him faded into quiet reflection. But far away in Egypt, nothing had changed. The Israelites still suffered under cruel slavery, their backs bent beneath heavy labor. Their cries echoed through brick fields and construction sites built for Pharaoh's glory. And those cries rose higher, beyond the palaces of Egypt, beyond the clouds of the sky. They reached heaven, and God heard. One ordinary day, Moses led his flock near a lonely mountain called Horeb. The desert was silent, almost too silent. Then suddenly, something caught his eye. A bush, burning. Flames danced across its branches in the dry wilderness air. But something was strange. The fire blazed, yet the bush did not burn away. No leaves turned to ash. No branches crumbled to smoke. The fire lived, but the bush remained. Moses stared in disbelief. What is this strange sight? He wondered. Curiosity pulled him closer. Step by step, he approached the mystery. Then suddenly, a voice broke the silence. Moses, Moses. Moses froze. The voice came from the fire. Moses, Moses. His heart pounded. Here I am, he answered. Then the voice spoke again, powerful, holy, overwhelming. Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. Slowly, trembling, Moses removed his sandals. Then the voice revealed itself. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Fear filled Moses' heart. He lowered his face, afraid to look. Then God spoke again. I have seen the suffering of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries. I know their pain, and I have come to rescue them. Then came the words Moses never expected. I am sending you to Pharaoh. You will bring my people out of Egypt. Moses trembled. Who am I, that I should go to Pharaoh? I will be with you, God replied. Still uncertain, Moses asked another question. If the people ask your name, what shall I tell them? The voice answered with power that echoed through the mountain air. I am who I am. This is what you shall say. I am has sent me to you. Yet doubt still clung to Moses' heart. What if they don't believe me? He asked. God gave him a sign. Throw your staff on the ground. Moses obeyed. The wooden staff struck the earth. and suddenly twisted into a living serpent. Moses jumped back in fear. Then God said, "Pick it up." He reached down, and it became a staff again. Another sign followed. Moses' hand turned white with disease, then instantly healed. Still Moses hesitated. "Lord, I am slow of speech." But God answered firmly, "Who made the human mouth? Who gives speech or makes one mute? Is it not I, the Lord? I will help you speak." At last, after all his fears, all his doubts, Moses surrendered, and the shepherd of the wilderness prepared to face a king. Moses gathered his family. The decision had been made. The quiet life of a shepherd in Midian was coming to an end. Ahead of him waited Egypt, the land he had fled many years before, the land of Pharaoh, the land of slavery, the land where an entire nation cried out for freedom. Before leaving, Moses went to his father-in-law Jethro. He told him about the journey, about returning to Egypt, and about the God who had spoken from the burning bush. Jethro listened carefully, then he blessed Moses. "Go in peace." And so the journey began. Zipporah prepared the family for travel. Supplies were packed. Their children were gathered close. The long road through the desert stretched before them. Step by step, they began to move toward Egypt, toward destiny. Days passed beneath the burning sun. The desert winds whispered across endless sand and stone. And when night came, the sky opened wide above them. Thousands of stars filled the heavens. The world felt quiet, peaceful, but something unseen was about to happen. One night the family stopped to rest along the road. A small fire flickered in the darkness. Its light danced softly across the rocks. The air was calm. The children slept. Everything seemed normal. Then suddenly, something changed. Moses collapsed. His strength faded. His body weakened. This was not sickness. Something far more serious was happening. The Lord confronted him. The God who had called Moses now stood against him. Why? Because Moses had ignored something sacred. His son had not been circumcised. Circumcision was the sign of God's covenant with his people, a sacred command given long ago to Abraham. Every Hebrew son was meant to carry this sign, but Moses had neglected it. The man chosen to confront Pharaoh had disobeyed God in private, and God takes obedience seriously. Now Moses' life hung in danger. Everything could end here. But Zipporah understood what was happening. She saw the danger. She acted quickly. Without hesitation, she took a sharp stone. It was urgent, painful, but necessary. She circumcised her son. Then she touched Moses with the blood and said, "You are a bridegroom of blood to me." In that moment, the covenant was honored and the danger passed. The Lord withdrew. Silence returned to the desert. Moses breathed again. Morning light slowly spread across the horizon. The covenant was restored. Destiny was preserved. Ahead of them still lay Egypt. Pharaoh still ruled. The Israelites still suffered. But Moses was ready to continue the journey, because before public miracles, there must be private obedience, and before God delivers a nation, he first shapes the heart of a leader. Because leadership in God's kingdom begins with obedience. Small acts of disobedience can delay great destinies, but obedience restores God's plan. If this story strengthened your faith and opened your eyes to the deeper truths of Scripture, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next powerful Bible story. More incredible stories from the Bible are coming.